Hi everybody, it's Julie, and today is our third part in our Make a Junk Journal series. Now remember, I'm making my journal to fit the September Stash Buster Junk Journal Challenge. So I have rules to follow and I have expectations that need to be met. So usually about this time when I'm making a junk journal, I just want to get started and I want to make something. So I will usually pick something that's pretty easy that I need to make. And for this challenge, I need to make 5 guest checks or cards that are like 3.5 by 6, I think is what or 3.5 by 5. And so I have 5 guest checks here. Now when I do a guest check, I go ahead and I take the bottom off. It's probably has a good chance of falling off anyway. Sometimes these little goodies are on the top, sometimes they're on the side, but I usually tear off the perforated piece and I will probably use it later. So for today's video, I'm going to be using napkins and some coffee dyed parchment paper. We will also be adding those to a couple other things that I have. You'll see up here I have a mixture of little goodies to add, and those were all from my stash. So here's my coffee dyed parchment paper. Here's the 3 napkins that I have chosen, and I do have a little pocket here that's made out of a book page, and I may cover that. And I have my envelope goodie that I might, depending on time. I also have a couple, or I have a doily. You can see it's compromised, but I can still rip and tear pieces off of it. And then I have this little blue piece here. So, okay, so to start off with, I'm going to go ahead and pull out my little book here. And that way I can go ahead and add glue. So using a napkin, so one of the things that we can do, choose the blue one. Okay, so I have this one. It was in my stash. Patreons, Emerald Patreons, I believe they received this one sometime last year. So, yeah, so you might have this in your stash. So we're going to pull off. So far, we've got one. I missed this whole area of this. Okay, so one piece. We'll put that up here. I can use it. Okay, and then we need to separate this other piece. Okay, very important that you get your plies separated, because otherwise the technique that we want right here is not going to work. Okay, so you want it down to where you have just one ply. Okay, that is not going to work. Okay, so over here we'll grab some wet, and usually I can get it started like that. That is not working, so let's grab a piece of tape. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's another way to get it started, is to use a piece of tape. This is really, it's hard to pull this piece off. I've used this napkin before, not this exact napkin, but this. Oh, wow! It's got an amazing second. We don't want to lose that. Let's see if we can get a better start. I'll leave this in because I want you guys to see that it happens to me too. Okay, so now we're gonna try and see if we can get a good piece. But you see, look at that. That's going to give us 2 pieces of amazing paper. Okay, but we want to be really careful. Once we get past this, the edge where all the little balls are that are holding the napkin together, the texture part, then we'll be able to make it go, I think. Okay, we're over to this corner that we were working on earlier. I don't remember ever having this much trouble. Okay, so then you can go ahead and you should be able to just pull it, okay? But you see how, oh my gosh, that second layer is beautiful. We'll just go along. And you see, this is the wrong side. This is the right side. But look at that. That is going to be wonderful for adding to like the back of a page where the page is white and maybe you don't want it, you know, white pages, plain white pages. I believe we added, there we go. But look at that. That is amazing. Amazing. Just beautiful. And even light this way. So, okay. Because this way your words are gonna be in the correct the correct orientation. If you're not worried about that, then you don't have to worry about that. Okay. So, but this we have to worry about that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and come over to this area. I'm going to fold that over and have it ready. So just taking and putting it directly on our guest check. And I love to use this glue stick. So you heard me talking about that this is for a challenge. This is the 60th challenge that we've done in a row on the Dear Julie channel. We do one every month. It does have prizes for everybody that finishes on time and posts their project. Their projects as they're making it, because there are required things like this. These 5 guest checks, they are required. The details for the challenge, the details videos in the description box down below, and that's how you find out what you do to be able to join us. And it doesn't cost anything. You're going to make a journal, and the journal is yours to keep. You don't have to send it to anybody. It's yours. I'm going to go ahead and, rather than waste this little piece right here, I'm going to let this little piece come right over to the other side. Okay, so we have put this onto a guest check. So now we have that background, and this feels amazing. Okay, so that is one way for adding to a guest check. Just a little reminder that all digitals are on sale in the Dear Julie Etsy shop. Today is the last day, September 6th. Today is my Aunt Terry's birthday, and so the blue digitals, because she loved the Moody Blues, and all of the beach digitals, because she absolutely loved the beach, are on sale for 50% off. All the other digitals in the shop are 40% off for our September sale. So check that out. Those are both high numbers for the digital sale. Okay, so let's see if we do a little better on this one. This one's only a half. This was in the items that the Emerald Patreons received this month. Okay. So this time we're not getting, so far, not getting a piece. But there might be another ply. Okay. So we will be checking that. Make sure. I have had it a couple times where it looked like this didn't have another ply and it did. Okay, I don't think this one does. Okay. Okay, so you might have one like this that has something going on, okay? Something going on, meaning that it's got this beautiful circle here. So I'm thinking I might want to use this one also. Okay, so see how easy it can be. Okay, that's a plain one. And this one also is plain. So I'm putting these up here, and I'm able to use those for cleaning, for cleanup and stuff like that. So I'm thinking this might be really pretty as like an edge. Okay, so and I like the other thing is I like to rip. So I'm gonna rip, and I want it to rip along to the lace, and I'm gonna come down and rip a little bit across the bottom as well. So hopefully I got that. Okay, so that's gonna give me that. Now at this time I'm looking and thinking that I might want to go ahead and distress this just a little, because my napkin is a little, it's not white. I mean, the lace part is. Okay. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try and put my glue, as long as your glue is wet, like nice and smooth, you should be able to do this. Or you can go ahead and put your glue directly where you think it's going to go on the card, which might is easier. Okay, so this is an advanced technique here that I do mess up all the time. And I just messed it up. So we're going to put it on this side. Only you that are watching will know that I messed it up. Okay, now down here you saw that happening. We can go ahead and add some glue, put that back down. And what I do here is I'll go ahead and put glue on that edge and then turn it back. I'm okay that it's doing its own thing about where it wants to be. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just like we did before, I don't want to waste this, so I'm going to go ahead and let it come over that edge. I'll let this come over the bottom. But this little side piece I am going to cut off. Okay, so that is taking a piece and putting it on. Now I told you that you can also cut out the pieces. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I could rip this, which actually would be better, but it's hard to do when I'm on camera. I don't want to. stress myself out. So today this is Monday that I'm filming this, so Labor Day here in the United States. And I went ahead and I got our porch ready to decorate for fall. So I had already picked up a few things, just some odds and ends, so they are out there and ready. I had hoped to get I have a whole bunch of lighted pumpkins and things to put out there, and I had hoped to get to that, and I didn't. So now, as you see, since we went we used the other side, we're going to need to go ahead and just give this a little. Okay, so our guest check needs to have at least 3 things done to it. So here I've inked it, that's one. I've added napkin. Now both of these pieces are napkin, so they only count as one thing. Okay, even though they're from 2 different napkins, the category would be napkin. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've put that down. So another thing that I do like to use myself is this drywall tape, or we call it self-adhesive, self-adhesive drywall tape. And so I'm going to grab a piece of this and put it down here and see if I can find a spot where I can, remember it's self-adhesive. Now if it's too hard to get undone, I can staple this on also. Yeah, this is real time. This is how it really happens. I was supposed to do my nails last night, but we went to the cabin, and oh my gosh, you guys, you know, it's 100. It's been 100 where we live. Then we go and visit the cabin, and the high was 63. It was so cold. I'm going to put another piece. Okay, so yeah, so this will give me a journaling card. It's a guest check. Okay, we've got a variety of things happening on here, and then I have this piece over here. I don't need it to be that long, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that. It looks like a little crown. And I decided not to put any birds on this particular piece because there will be a lot of birds happening in this journal, so this can be something that is a little different. I do also have this flower that I just found in a scrap box that I was emptying. Okay, so yeah, so there. And I haven't chosen a bling yet. So I do have the gold bling. You know, the gold bling is always pretty. We'll go ahead and we'll add a gold. And this is the panels of bling. It's a faceted bling, so it doesn't actually have like a jewel. It's a faceted hole, and which is nice because that means that nothing's gonna fall out of it. Did I miss the glue part? Maybe. Yeah, I'm not getting the glue. Let's go ahead and grab. The things that happen when you're videotaping that don't happen so much when you're not. So when you're watching this video, I will be with Yaya Arlene. This is the plan. So, holy mackerel. Okay, so that one has its 3 items added to it. So the other one that I did, I'm still going to need to add my 3 items to that one. And so I think we'll go with, we have these cool stickers. I think we'll add either a sticker or one of these. We've got this. Got this one that says month. I kind of like that. Okay. And I'm going to put glue on the whole thing because we'll go ahead and let it go around the side. I may end up cutting it, but... Okay, so this is out of, I think this is out of the grabby bag that I just received. So trying to use up, or not use up, but use things that I have in my stash, use things that I have added into my stash in the last few weeks. Okay, so on the back here, I have this area, and I think I'm going to go ahead and add this. Yeah, we'll add it to this one. Okay, so we have some place to journal. I forgot that they said, thank you, come again on this one. The one I've been using lately has, lines on the back. Okay, so we'll go all the way up to, right up to that. Okay, I love it. I think that that is going to be a great start. Okay, so so here I have napkin, and I have this so far. And let's see, there's a fun sticker with a bouquet of flowers here. I'm going to add that right down here. And I'm going to go ahead and, you know what, let's, now that this is a little bit dry, I'll go ahead and distress it also. So since I've started distressing, that means I'll have to distress the whole thing, huh? Okay, well. And you can write over the thank you, come again. I think that it's light enough. Okay, so sticker, this paper napkin, and you know what? Let's go ahead and give this one the other piece, and that way we're not wasting it. Okay, and it's not sitting here waiting for its home. Okay, yeah. So that gives me 2, and so then another thing that I like to do with, because I like what's going on a guest check. Okay, so I have this parchment paper, and I need my desk. This is why we call it the messy desk. It gets messy because there's no room for anything to go. There's no room for it to go. I mean, there is no... And you guys, there is so much more room now than when I first started. Okay, so we're doing this. So I'm going to put that down. will turn it over. And we'll cut the edges. This is a great way to add the coffee dye distressed look, because it also adds a little stability to your card. Okay. So, for some reason, I've got places that didn't stick, and this does stick to this. So I said the other day that I should be starting on the inside, working towards the outside when I'm doing these and gluing them. Didn't I? I said that. Okay, so this one I'm going to go ahead and we'll add a little pocket using this to the back. Now I'm going to want to go ahead and distress this, and I'm just... Okay, and then I'm going to distress this also, getting a good look around the outside there. Okay, and then we're going to want to use a different glue to glue this down. And this is paper to paper right here. So and you see on the other side of this, it says the guest names. So you can use that side, or you can use this as a little tag, and you've got journaling space on the back. So, yeah, so that's fun. I love to use guest checks in my stuff. Oops, I'm very sorry. Okay, so we have, you know what, we've got this, and I think, well, actually, it's the right colors that we're using. I'm going to make another pocket. You know what, let's go ahead and we'll put the top of this down, okay, just like this, and that'll just make it a little bit stronger. I'll go ahead and add glue just to the edge there. Yeah, so I got the front porch. I took everything off the front porch and I swept, and then I washed the walls, and Tom fixed the screen on the window, that was awesome. And I cleaned the furniture, except for the table that is the paint is coming off. So the chippy table did not. I just left it the way it was. I was like, that's going to be good enough. So this is a sticker, and this was a package of labels that I got from Temu. And I'm going to go ahead and put it down, and then I'm going to let it fold over. Okay, so if I had another thing ready already for this to go in, I would maybe go ahead and do that. So I have another one of these months. I'm going to put it inside that pocket. I think that'll be cool. Okay, I'm looking, and I did not cut. I did not cut straight. Okay, so yeah, I like this because this matches, even though this was from a scrap, it'll match what I've got going on. And so down here I have, I don't want to cover up any more of that, but this could that could go on there, and then it would make that like a clipboard, and that would give it a little top. This is a flinch card from the Dear Julie Etsy shop, and you get the numbers 1 through 31. So if you are doing like any of the like December daily or October daily or something like that. Okay, I also have some music here. Now, I think that might be kind of cool. Or should I put, oh, I'm going to put it up there. Okay, so this, have this. How much do I need? If I put it in, now remember, usually this top part is what you will see of a guest check, of a tag or something like that. I'm going to go ahead and use this liquid glue. This is the Tombow Mono liquid glue. It is my favorite. I can use it for everything. And you will see me use it on the cover. I did go ahead and I lightly coffee dyed the chenille fabric that I have, and I love the way it turned out. So I'm going to grab my bling. Now this is a Stash Buster journal. I get to end in this challenge this month. I get to use anything I want. Now I have put together a kit of things that just they need to get used, and you know, all the leftover pieces from a variety of things. And so, and then of course, like if after I use up this little piece of this, I can go and grab more. I can use all my tools this month. And you can shop, but you know, it is a stash buster to try and get people to use what they've, you know, what they already have. Okay, what is going on? It just really doesn't want to come apart. Here we go. This one is. Okay. And I want to put it right here because there's that space right there. It's like, okay. So, yeah. So up here at the top, that is what you'll usually see, because this might be in a pocket. Okay. And then we have space here to have something also. And so I will be looking for something for there. Okay. So, yeah, so this is the back of that one. This is the front. I kind of think it needs a little something else up here. I'm going to come and grab a piece of fabric. This is a scrap fabric that I had in my stash. And I'm going to go ahead and glue it down. Glue it down. Yeah, so usually after I've gotten stuff, you know, organized, picked out what I want to use, have an idea for my theme, then I just, like I said, I just want to make something. And so I'll start with something that's going to be easy. I think the guest checks are easy and they turn out beautiful. And so it's an easy place for me to start from. I can go, okay, yeah, now we can go. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm also going to staple that on because I don't like that look right there. I just think it needs more going on. So I could put this under here and it will hold in between the holes. Okay. Yeah, then I don't have to staple it. Okay, this is the back piece of the sticker for this. Okay, so that gives me the one that's covered, the one that I used pieces, and the one that I used parchment paper to cover. And so so I have two more, and so other things you can do is you can do like piecework on top. I don't really want to cut. Since I have the guest check, I usually want to cover it with something. So let's go ahead, and we have that beautiful piece of the second layer. And so that's what I want to use. I'm going to go ahead and show you that you saw, if you saw, yes, the second video, the second part, I did show you, I put it on the back of one of the pages, an inside. Okay, so we decided we would go start in the inside and go to the outside, because the outside is the most important part that needs to stick. Okay, so we'll see how that does. Let me get that glue out of my way. Go ahead, and my words are in the right direction. Okay. Okay, so that's going to give me a lighter blue. Okay, so yeah, so this is what I like to do on a, you can use tissue paper in this same way. Pattern paper is another one that turns out looks really cool. Oh, I should have folded that over. I didn't fold it over. Okay, so there's that one. And see, this one itself I think is too purple. But I think we could do a full piece of this, okay? That'll give me 5 that are pretty much totally different. Oh, start on the inside, go to the outside. What is it? It's gonna take me like 23 times to remember that, right? Something like that. Okay, that's okay. We'll figure it out, okay? Now, where there's creases, if you go ahead and put those down, I don't worry about, I like the texture of wrinkles. So, especially at 60, right? Embrace the wrinkles. Okay, so isn't that pretty? I think that one's going to be really pretty. I am enjoying this, the things from Grabby and Temu that are stickers. They're quick add to your project and beautiful. So I think we're going to use that big blue flower on this one. Okay, so we've added napkin. Okay, and let's go ahead. We'll put the top on the glue. Put both. I have a bag of flowers up here, and the clear part I couldn't see. I was trying to put the glue away through the clear packaging. Okay, so we'll go ahead and go around the edge of this. So inking does count as one of your things. We call it an enhancement. So like if you sew, you add staples, you add splatter paint, that's an enhancement, okay? You add fabric, you add lace, you add stickers or paper, that's an embellishment. Okay. So now this one, we want to go ahead, I think it's dry enough that we can go ahead and go around a little bit. Change the color of that, okay? And then we'll go around the edges of this one also. Yeah, so one of the things that we have to do is we have to make 5 guest checks. We have to decorate, or they can be a journaling card. So you could use like some cardstock or something to make a journaling card. Now I could add another thing to the back of these. I'm not going to, because I'm just thinking we're going to get pretty bulky. And I think you can get away with writing on top of that. I really do. So that one is ready. Let's go ahead and get this one ready. So I'm using brushed corduroy from Ranger. Brushed corduroy Distress ink. I like it because it's not as dark. Okay, so you know, you kind of see that I'm kind of going towards the left. So doing the same thing, just a little different here. We're going to go ahead and grab this label sticker. So this is from the labels that I got. So there was a video that was all tickets, and then there was the video before that from Temu. And that's where these labels, and they were all blue. And I knew I was doing, eventually was going to be doing blue. So I purposely had picked this. Okay, we'll go ahead and cut this one again. And I'm going to go ahead and staple. I'm using my Tim Holtz mini attacher here. Oh, do you see the lights flicker? Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and attach the flower using these also. Okay. I wonder if we can get, I'm pushing these down to see if I can get them to grab on. I don't understand. They don't want to grab on. I don't want to leave my swatch here. Okay, got it. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is do 2 pieces and 1. Okay, so we'll go with 2, because this is a big flower. And whoop, upside down. 2 and 1. Okay, because it's a big flower. And then I think we'll add just a little bit. I think that's going to go away, guys. We're not doing pink right now. And it keeps ending up in my way. Okay, if I bring this down just under, you'll still see the dragonfly. Okay, so do I want to go this way? Okay. We have way more than 3 things, and so, yeah. Okay. Okay, so that one is done. Okay, and then we have this one. And so another thing that you can do with these is a belly band. Okay. So I'm going to want to add some ink around it. So I don't want it to be super white, but I do like, yeah, I like that. Okay, now I have my washi tape. Let's see if I like this. Okay, I'm gonna go under it. Okay. We'll turn it over. It's easier to cut from the other side. Okay. Because you have a, now this normally I would, if it was up there, I would flip it over, but because it's on the bottom, if I flip this over and I'm going to put cards in and out right here, they're going to get stuck on it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this, and we can go ahead and just put it right along here. Okay, and then you have this little piece. Okay, so this is going to go on here, and I am going to use decorative staples. Okay, so that's an enhancement when they are decorative. Okay, so I'm using them to hold it. I like to do this when I'm in a hurry, because I want to make sure that whatever's going in there is not going to get stuck, because it's, because it's still wet. And so let's go ahead and we'll put this in here. You know what I have? I have a card. Okay, so for a card, I would go ahead, and we're going to do this in a different video, but I would go ahead and put something on the back of that. So for now, I'm going to stick it in there. And I do want to use my other piece up here, because I don't want to leave any of those scraps. I'm trying to be purposeful about using my scraps, not just using it because, oh my gosh, I need to use the scrap, but okay. So we also have music, and I think that would be really cool on there. Okay, so we'll go ahead, and I think we can use this. So this is a permanent glue stick. It's also Tombow mono glue stick, permanent. I get that from Spectrum Art Creations is where I get it. And I'll just, whenever I'm running low, I'll say, hey, add that to my order. So they have their Saturday sales. there because I like the numbers. I like the numbers very, very much. Now I pulled this out. I wanted to add this to one of these also. I'm going to add it to this one, and I'm just going to do it with glue. Okay, so this was from the shop that did not hop, Scrapbooking Made Simple. I went to their thing a few years ago, and this is one of the tags. And then I took one of the calendars from Dollar Tree, and I put it on this side, and I had that was in things already made. Okay, so we have five guest checks done, and I get to mark something off, and so that is fabulous to be able to mark off one of my things that I needed to make. And I chose to, you can mask make your ephemera this time. So yeah, I could have made all 5 of these exactly the same or really, really close. But I chose that I wanted to be able to show you a variety of things. So what we did is we covered this one with the main ply of the napkin and then decorated it with the embellishments. And then this one has the backup, so the second ply. And I love how different they look. It's even the same piece, you guys. It's got the bird down here and the dragonfly right here. So yeah, so that is really, really cool. I love these flowers that I found. I think they are a perfect touch. And so this one, we use the lacy napkin, and then we cut this piece out of this napkin. Okay, so giving you ideas of how to use these. So I'll be using the blue pieces, and I'll save the pink probably for my Pink October journal that I'm gonna need to, I want to make. So yeah, so my scissors are just not doing the best. I really got to find my resist the sticky scissors, my Teflon scissors. they're missing again. So okay, so we have 5 of them. This one is the parchment paper and have the pocket on the back. We used stickers. We used some of the pieces from the Grabby haul that I had. I'm really happy with the way these turned out. Very similar, but still different. And so, yeah. So I'm really glad you joined us at the Messy Desk. And I hope you'll come back tomorrow where we will be continuing to work on this series. This was part 3 in the Make a Junk Journal series. And I decided this time for the challenge that I would literally show you all the steps of how I'm making this journal and telling you how I'm thinking about it. Like I said, this was my, okay, I just want to make something. And so I have a challenge in front of me. So I wanted to make sure I was making something off of the challenge list. I picked something that was really easy and that I knew where all of the things that I needed were, and it was going to be easy to put out. So yeah, guest checks. Or you can make 3.5 by 5.5 cards. It's in your rules for the challenge. So again, the details for the challenge is in the description. The details video is in the description box down below. And so we used or we made our 5 guest checks. or 3 by 6 cards, you guys, is what it says. And so we can go ahead and cross that off. Hooray! And we use napkins. I'm going to put down parchment. That's for my, sometimes I get things finished and it's a while before I actually finish this journal, and then I go back and I'm like, which one was that? Because I have so many projects going on at the same time. So thank you again so much for being here. Don't forget, the Dear Julie digitals are still on sale. Today is the last day. And so check that out. They're 40% off. And all of the blue digitals, all of the beach digitals, and all of the flamingo digitals are 50% off. 50% off is not something that we do except for special occasions. And that special occasion was that today, Tuesday, September 6th, was my Aunt Terry's birthday. And so she would have been 74, I think. She's 14 years older than me. So, yeah. So she passed away last month. And I wanted to do something to honor her and to be reminded of her through her birthday. And so that's what I've done. 50% off. She loved the beach. She loved the Moody Blues. And so you've got all the beach digitals are on sale. All the blue digitals are on sale, and all the flamingos. Find something to celebrate every day. Have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye.